we start off by making the basic tree of the tree trunk right here, because that's what we need to do so that we can do that. So the tree trunk tends to be not very symmetrical, because that's how they grow in the wild, and we're trying to make a very big realistic tree here because we want it to be real big. That's what she said. Now here we are making, but toward the end of the series, because yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Now we're adding a little more depth to the build, since we need to make it look more tree-like. So now we're giving the tree a little bit of height so that we can finish off the trunk of the tree. So, alright, so I'm starting with making some branches, and we make the build taller so that we can make branches. And here's the branches. They are relatively large because it's a tree. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, so now we're making diagonal branches because we need to get a little more height for our stuff. Abstract, very weird shaped, because we want to keep it as close. Now these are the vertical branches because we need to add even more height to the tree, because all of it's going to be covered up by leaves soon, so that'll be fun. But yeah, here's the nice vertical branches for you guys. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be starting with the side branches, because that's what we need to do. We're going to do it in the same order that we created the branches. Now we obviously have no real plan for this, but we'll make it up as we go. Now the diagonal branches, because that's what we did next in the last video. So we got used to a different plan. Now we have to make up a new one. How fun is that? But yeah. But seriously, this one took the longest, but yeah, it was still fun. Finally, the vertical branches, because that's what we did last time. But these ones were probably the easiest ones to do, but the hardest one to strategize on. Here's the final details for this one. So we're going to start by building up our roots for our thing, for our big old tree. Don't know why I call it a thing, but yeah, that's what we're going to be doing for the start of this. And then we'll move on to something else in just a moment. Next up, the hole in the tree. Pretty simple enough. We're gonna put a hole in a tree and design stuff on the inside. Okay, so this build came along pretty okay, to say the least. This isn't probably my best thing I've ever made, but it's something, to say the least. Subscribe.